So in the end, I didn't bother either. Again,
I, I really didn't bother. Yeah, I really don't blame you. Yeah.
to guarantee a place to stay in the UK,
Mm,
to have a roof over your head, to protect yourself from the elements,
mm,
even for the criminals, they're finding it tough.
mm,
According to the government, there are only another 100 places left to be filled in the UK prison system. Uh, it appears that Starmer is trying to implement a one out, one in policy, keep the status quo. However, to prime the pumps, he will authorise the release of 5,500 convicts of non-violent, non-sexual crimes in September and November
mm.
to make way of possible residents due to arrests made in riots. Is he expecting more riots? Looks that way.
Mm.
Uh, he blames the lack of space due to the last on the last administration not building enough prisons. But surely one has to commit a crime first before one goes directly to jail and does not pass go.
Mm.
At the end of the first quarter of 2024, the prison population included 76,869 British nationals, 10,422 foreign nationals, and 587 with no nationality declared. Foreign nationals make up almost 12% of the prison population. Top of the pops is Albania with 1,273,
Okay.
followed by Poland with 906, Romania 750. I was surprised at this, the Irish at 649,
Wow.
Jamaica 381, Lithuania 361,
Mm.
followed by Pakistan, Portugal, India, and Iraq, just Iraq with 259. Because I imagine most of the Iraqis, of course, they die because with the bomber jackets. Just wearing bomber jackets.
Yeah, bomber jackets. Yeah.
So what happens to foreign nationals after they are released? Should they be sent back to their countries of origin? Should they be sent back to their countries of origin before they actually go into the prison, but found guilty of crimes? Because if you eliminated all the foreign people from the prisons and sent them back to their countries of origin,
Mm.
uh, you'd have 10,422 places to stick the Brits,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, unfortunately, the Brits, you can't send them anywhere. They're going to do the bird
Yeah.
and they're going to go back onto Civvy Street again.
Those
Uh,
are French people. Yes.
right. But the foreign people, at least you got somewhere to put them,
Mm.
which is, their own countries. Is this being racist? Is this being what's it called? Politically incorrect? I don't know. It's a
Mm.
solution, I suppose. I could be
Yeah.
making, but be interesting to know what you think about that.
Right. Unpack this one. Well, both you and I are foreigners or guests in another country, whatever reason, legitimate. We know that if we transgress the rules, we have to. Yeah, I mean, they have an option with us. We can be deported. We get marched to the airport, put on a plane, dumped off. We might even just end up in Europe somewhere. I don't think they'd be too fussy where the plane was going. European, that's it. yeah, it's always a good question. I mean, okay, they commit the crime in the UK. Do Therefore, should they serve the crime in the UK and be punished by Europe, by UK thing? What happens when they go into the prison? Invariably, it's still a much better quality of accommodation in a British prison than most other places around the world, including the US, probably including Eastern Europe, possibly including mainland Europe, for all I know. I don't know the varies across there, and certainly
Certainly
other
a lot
nations.
better.
Yeah,
Certainly a lot better.
yeah. Well, I think given a choice here, and I'm not suggesting I want to break any rules. I'd rather be deported than spend time in a Brazilian prison. Um,
I'd
yeah,
rather be deported, I'll tell you, because
yeah,
I'm not trying to, scare people in the UK, but
mm,
here in the Brazilian prisons, there's standing room only in the cells, and you have to
yeah,
take turns of who's going to lie down on the floor to sleep.
yeah. Which is not
And
very nice. Yeah,
if you're not careful, if it gets too tight, they kill people just
yeah.
to just to get some more spacing.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. We've all seen we've all seen the pictures, but it's a yeah, um, it is. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. But yeah. So, I mean, when ideally, if you're in a foreign country, you obey by the rules, like any national should. You accept that you are part of the system. You try and contribute and not break any laws. Yeah. Well, I say try. You should be breaking laws anywhere in the world. Um, it's. I mean, I'm all for sending them back. To be quite honest. Um, it's a lot cheaper to put someone on an aircraft, send them back, probably even with an escort. Um, give the guy a day in a hotel, and then he comes back, or return flight straight away, hand over to authorities. That's if their countries of origin actually want them back.
Well, I think from what I've seen, if you get
Mm,
deported,
mm,
normally there's a policeman by your
yeah,
side until you pass
yeah,
through the immigration
exactly. Yeah,
of the country of your origin,
mm,
and then you're free.
yeah, that's it.
So the authorities of that country don't really have a say,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
don't
it.
really have a say, and then the policeman comes back to
Yeah,
on
yeah.
his own.
He's got his day pass to be in the country. Yeah, yeah. What's the purpose of your visit here, sir? Oh, I'm bringing him back. There you go. Or her back, as the case may be. We don't want to be sexist about this. Or them. Let's be even more politically correct. Or them.
Don't start that, although otherwise we're going to be talking about other things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, anyone could be a criminal. We don't want to be, discriminatory about this. Um, it's a Yeah. I mean, how do you reduce the? I mean, they're talking about building more prisons. I think the idea of any ideal society is you reduce the amount of prisoners you need, not increase them. Yeah, I couldn't believe Farage said that. We've been building more prisons. No, we're not. We should be decreasing them. If and I will say this, as the prisons go along with me with the health system, with the education system, the prison system should all be adequate for the established population. I don't believe you're being racist at all by saying, yeah, deport them. They're evidently not contributing to society if they've got to the point of going through the legal system, being found guilty, and then taxpayers, the likes of our families, have to, yeah, and if we've got interest in the UK, we have to pay tax as well, as you well know. You know what I do. We have to pay for these people to be fed and watered, and probably in some cases given special treatment. I don't know how it works, I really don't. It would appear to me, though, now if you're an ethically different person from a British person, you can get away with pretty much anything at the moment and not be arrested, as long as you say sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if I went there, did something wrong, robbed the bank or something, I might say, if we got caught, oh, I'm very sorry, you know, I did it by accident, you know, didn't realise I was doing anything wrong. Yeah. So I'm very, very sorry, officer. Here's the money back. Yeah, can I go? Yeah. Please can you drop me home now? You know, because I want to go home, you know. It's
I think if the government wants to reduce the prison population to make the quality of life of the British population better,
yeah, yeah,
so that less people are tempted to commit crime. I
yeah.
think in general,
Mm,
people commit crimes because they find themselves in a situation of desperation.
yeah.
And I'm not talking about murderers, and I'm
No,
not
no,
talking
no.
about sex offenders. I'm talking about petty crime.
Yeah, yeah.
And petty crime, all right, you get the kids that want to go shoplifting because it's a bit of a thrill.
Mm,
Um, but a short, sharp shot, as they used to say, sort of sorts that out. But
yeah,
the continuous petty criminal,
yeah.
they do it because they don't see any other exit. They don't see any other
Yeah.
future,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, part of the idea of the prison system in the UK was always to reform and rehabilitate, allow them to study, allow them to learn a skill.
Population's so big these days that, they can't.
No, and that's it. It's. I mean, okay, I know of places where it used to be prison. You go in a petty criminal, come out as a mastermind. But I do know people. I do know younger people when I was younger who spent time in Borstal, and they basically said to me, "I don't want to go back. I do not want to go back to Borstal." Because you walk in the door, you're all sort of hard and everything. I come from Essex, remember, where we are chavs, we really are. And the first thing the warder does used to be is take your ankles away from you and get you on your knees on the floor. Yeah, you can't do that to me. Yes, I can. Bang! I've just done that as well. What are you going to do about it, son? Yeah, drag you up and then do it again. Yes. You go along with what we tell you, or else you get more of that. I mean, how does rehabilitation work? How does the prison system work? Um, it's, I mean, it's always successive governments have always blamed each other for crime, for prison. It's always happening.
Nobody's going to blame themselves.
No. Yes, you're quite right. You look at society now. How do we reduce people committing crime? Yeah, like you said, you're not talking about. I mean, there are people who are going to be habitual criminals. Yeah, you've got to get them out of society's way. There are some people that make a bit of a mistake, like you say, somebody who's got a family. I mean, what they've done, up to 200 quid, you can go and shoplift, which is still wrong because that sets the wrong precedent in life. It is difficult for people to admit they can't cope, to have to go down the social. So, and I've been in there, I've been unemployed and I felt sick queuing to be with other people, looking around myself. Yeah. Unfortunate people as well. And then I got criticised for not going to them sooner because I was trying hard to find myself another job. That's why I came to Brazil in the end. Quite honest, came back because I could do something in Brazil. I couldn't find anything in the UK, and anything that was probably suitable for me without stacking shelves in a supermarket. Not there's anything wrong with that. It's a good start job for people, and a good fill-in job. I didn't need to do it. I would have done if I had to. I may add that, or I'd go fruit picking. I quite enjoy fruit picking. I really would in the summer. I couldn't think of a better job. In fact, I was looking at that when the last time I was in the UK unemployed. We can go fruit picking. It is there should always be options, as you're saying. Maybe people's expectations are high. At schools, part of the school system is that you should be treated with respect. You should be able to have this. You should be able to have that. Have this worthless degree that does nothing, and then try and be somebody important. Do a degree in engineering, or do a qualification in engineering, or something that's useful. You should be expected to be able to find work. Yeah. Do something in social sciences. Where are you going to go with that? And these are the people that don't want to do fruit picking temporarily. So again, yeah, they might end up. I mean, I don't know who are the criminals. Yeah, you're always going to get the people from lower echelons of society who have grown up in that world. They're the people you've got to save, the same as here. Give them opportunities. There is another way. You don't have to do what your cousins are doing, what your brothers are doing. Yeah. We all know the problems of them trying to get out of that cycle. They're expected to do it. We've now got problems with the county lines, with the gangs, the dealing, the drug dealing and everything else. It's easy money. And what happens when you grab hold of these people? As like I said, well, normally it's Eastern Europeans. That's why the Albanians and the Polish are there. And yeah, obviously there's other horrible crimes as well that have been going on. If you're of a certain ethnicity, it appears you can get away with anything. And this was overseen by a certain Keir Starmer as well. So, yeah, it's not very rosy. It's not very good at the moment. The minute you try and deport someone, even a criminal, you get the ECHR stopping it. I've got something to say to the ECHR. Screw you.